Here we go. Hi, everybody. Thank you for being here with us tonight. I think we all missed being here last week. Did we?
I did.
Absolutely.
I really did.
So I'm glad to be back with the crew here with Callie Healer, Kelly, and with Terry from Holding Your Space, Diana Bowles, oil painter, and Carolyn and Peter Booker, our ghostly appearance people and psychics too. Yeah, and the battery pack. Yes, thank you.
The psychic and the sidekick.
Sidekick and kicking aside. That's right. So we've got Andy here, and we got Jeff here, and we got Christine here. Welcome, welcome. I'm sure we'll have some more folks coming in. Teresa's here. Well, it's nice to see you. So it's been it's been 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here we are almost into December, and it's hard for us all to believe that the time has been flying by so fast. Hi, Barbara Nesper. But it does seem to go by fairly fast, and I'm just glad to be back with you. I have to tell everybody our secret that actually wasn't a secret. Nobody slept after our first show together 2 weeks ago. We were all wound up. Carolyn was awake until 9:30 in the morning, right? You didn't fall asleep?
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Wow.
You from the ceiling.
Well,
That's when she said, why was she up? And I said, it must have been my brother, because my brother once, he's like, oh, I found someone who can see me. I'm going to.
what was the date of our last show? Because wasn't that like the 18th? That was one of the Blu-ray days.
Okay. That's interesting. Yes.
Yeah, you're
You'll
right.
have to tell us about the Blu-ray. Some of us are not, I mean, I'm familiar with It's a Hopi Prophecy, right? But I want to know
part
more,
of the
a little
Hopi
more about
prophecy.
it. Okay.
It is a part of the Hopi prophecy, but there's more to it than that. The Blue Star Katsina, right? When he takes his helmet off, then the big change is coming. The bigger change is coming. But all of these little visions of appearances of him now are getting us ready and preparing us for this.
Okay.
And it can't happen all at once, because it would just, no matter how ascended we already are, it would just be too much all at one time.
Okay.
Because there's still people who are clinging with the toilet paper on the bottom of their shoes, you know.
We know who you're referring to.
Yeah. There is some shifting going on. Even there. Just not at the same rate as the rest of us.
That's right. Yep. My feeling is that they're just going to survive and be here, but just in a different arena or a different way of being. I don't know.
We have a cage for that.
We have a cage. Dear.
It better be big.
Oh, wow. Well, that's very fascinating. I want to say hi, Mary Thornberry. Hi, My Soul's Journey. And Katie Arbuckle. And she says the mall dreams are getting insane. And so we'll have to hear about that. We have Julie Johnson, Julie Learning to Listen. Sorry, Julie. And we also have, Annie Bear is saying Diana. And Aley, and Carolyn and Peter. And Kelly. Thanks, Annie Bear. Hi, Linda Thompson. It's good to see you. Yeah. So, all right. So what do we have to do? Anything to prepare ourselves anymore for this? And does it affect the light?
It affects the light. It affects us. We're getting the downloads. They keep coming. If your body says stop.
Okay.
And if you're energized and there's things you want to get accomplished, go for it.
Okay.
Just don't break your bank or your back at the same time.
Can you get me a get out of jail free card for my job? Because I don't want to do that.
I will work on that.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right? We need to change the language and turn it into manifestation.
Right.
Of what else you would prefer.
Okay. It's been very cold here, like unseasonably cold here, and I can't get warm. All I want to do is I want to stay in bed. You too, Kelly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Okay.
21.
It's
Wow.
2 inches of snow on the ground here. Terry, you have snow?
We have snow. It's almost all gone now.
Ours
But,
is supposed to go tomorrow. Sorry.
yeah.
So I shouldn't complain.
How about in Virginia?
It's
you got cold?
getting cold at night. We've had frost for the last 3 mornings. During the day, once the sun gets up, it's not too bad, but it was chilly today, in the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last night it was 21.
I have to tell you,
Hey,
when my dad was alive and we lived in Chesapeake, we went to Williamsburg. That was in like 88. We went to Williamsburg for Thanksgiving. And it was the best Thanksgiving I think I've ever had. It was in the old, in the one of the restaurants there with the open fire place in the house. And then we got to walk all around Williamsburg with the lights and everything. It was magical. It was absolutely magical. So
It's nice here this time of year.
Yeah. I bet it's beautiful Christmas too, with the Christmas lights up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
First time we spent Christmas here, weather was in the 70s.
Oh, wow.
A short sleeve shirt.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Yeah. But it's not always like that.
Not always like that. Yeah.
No.
That's about the highest we get here. Once in a while, we'll have 80s and 90s, and it will be like a heat wave. But normally, my temperature here in Washington State is between 70 to 74 in the summer. And it's just beautiful. There's no humidity. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah.
It rained here today, and I captured a beautiful rainbow.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron had the same rainbow. Oh
Yes,
my gosh.
she did. Aaron sent a picture of a rainbow to his mom, and it's out of his apartment. And I bet it's the same one.
I bet. Oh my God. And it's of course. I mean, it is. Look at the light is only inside the rainbow. This is the sky. It's raining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the other end of it. And it was a double rainbow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It is beautiful.
My son sent me one too. And that's what got me to go out and look. And I had to walk in the rain to find it. That is beautiful.
I know, but it's just, I mean, oh my God. It is just stunning. Stunning. It's like, you guys deserve that. I'm so glad you got that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, you deserve it too, because your son went through so much SHIT, and he deserves to have all good things surrounding him right now.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody again for all of the healing light you sent him. It certainly helped. Certainly.
It really does make a difference.
The catalyst. It was the catalyst for the quick recovery. Because no matter what kind of health or physical shape you're in, there's a recovery time. And 2 weeks and he's back to normal.
Better. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's
amazing.
amazing.
And he just turned 40 now. I don't know how that works because I'm only 34.
Right.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Answer that
No.
question.
Yeah, I know. So, Barbara, we found out Kissinger just died just before we came on. So thank you for posting it. And you'll be interested to know that Carolyn thought he died a week ago. So you must have got the premonition is what you got, Carolyn.
Mm-hmm.
Must be. Yeah.
I even wrote it down in my little book.
Oh, my goodness.
Mm.
Oh, wow. So, Annie, I love that your hubby and you had a good heart-to-heart.
Oh.
They aren't always good, easy, but they are always good. So there you go. Yep.
Yeah.
And Jay, hi Jay. It's good to see you. Hi Lori. And anybody got any dreams, visions, or appearances for us to talk about tonight? All right.
Well, I do if no one else does.
We can always depend on Diana. She's right on top of it.
Yep.
There you go. Yep.
Which,
What you
if
got?
you like, while people are writing things in,
Okay.
this was interesting because the only thing, well, there's so much that you missed in the past 2 weeks. But
That's true. Okay.
This one. Okay, so there's this great big long cathedral window. It's not stained glass. It might have even been a door, but it wasn't open. And Aley, this was you.
Again.
Again, at the desk, teacher at the desk.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And I'm not sure. This character kept changing.
Oh.
And this wasn't me. It was like I was observing this.
All
I
right.
was, I don't know, the parts man. I don't know. But this window that was here, we had taken that out. And this is the window, whomever this character was, kept changing, was holding this window that we were to put up in it. Now, it's got to have some kind of a meaning. When I look at this, I see it as a sigil, but I also see it as the fiddler's
Let me get this bigger.
fern as it's teeny tiny starting to grow, and they're all coiled up inside.
Uh-huh.
It's like the rings of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the rose window from Saint-Chapelle in Paris.
Oh, really?
That is a nun.
Oh.
And when Peter and I were there, we were up by the rose window, and it was full of people, really noisy. And it stopped. Everybody stopped talking when the nuns came walking in.
And which cathedral is this?
Saint-Chapelle.
Okay.
Oh.
The Palais de Justice in Paris, about a block from Notre Dame.
And you see the angels flying through the air.
Oh my! Really?
Yeah. They were sparkling gold and white, and these nuns were just very quiet. And there's a doorway like that, but doesn't have a door on it, but it did. And you go up a spiral staircase to get up by the rose window.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Goodness.
Wow.
I wonder if this dream was related to that. I know we were trying to put this in here. It was like I was a director. I could hear my voice saying, "No, you got to take this end," but I was not any of these.
Oh, okay. We get you. Yeah.
No, but the nuns. I've seen the nuns there quite often. In real life, nuns.
Right.
Yeah, and but every time they come, here come the angels.
Oh, wow.
And the rose window is just beautiful. It's a little tiny chapel church.
Wow.
And there's Notre Dame, and then you go behind the Palais de Justice, and it's one of the oldest royal chapels in Paris.
You know, I'm not even sure that there was glass in this.
No, it would
Like a cloister gate to the cloister.
Yeah,
And of course, my characters always do look like they're wearing some sort of a headgear. They look more like nuns than they do.
Or medieval.
Yeah. Medieval. Yes. Yes.
Gothic, definitely.
Yeah.
So, what do you think the aspect is of us changing the window? Oh my gosh, I'm looking at this.
You're building the window. You were building you're putting the window in, and Aley at the desk is designing the window.
Wow. So I just can't remember, but apparently I'm busy at night.
Yeah, evidently.
Oh, the glass of the window we were putting in, I forgot this part. The glass was a pale amber, like the palest ambers from Poland and Scotland. And then it turned into a pale pink, like a rose quartz at the very bottom of it.
Yeah, there's so many colors in that rose window that you can pick out almost any color. Yeah, and but it's on the second floor.
Okay.
Jay said that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You were busy, Aley. You were busy, Aley.
I was busy. Okay.
You're designing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
Wow, Jay. Now, I'm not surprised because she and I have crossovers quite a bit.
Yeah. Yep.
And I know that this was on the morning of the 28th because I'd already gotten up and looked at the clock.
Okay. It's interesting. We were having a faculty meeting today, and they were talking about all the literature offerings they were going to be having at the school. And I said, what about world literature? It's so important. I don't like all this American lit stuff. I like the world literature stuff because it has all this cool stuff from medieval times in it. So I just know that that's where wow. That is interesting. All right. So what else? Because it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
Peter's going to go get something right now.
Okay, that's fine. Yep.
They were doing work at Saint Chapelle when we were there at one time. And my little sister always loves them. And I got a little tiny bit of rock and brought it home to her. So she has that in a box.
Nice.
And when she's not well or something, I always call on the angels of Saint Chapelle.
Do you have something to show us?
I
Let me
haven't got
pull
that
you
to
in.
show up, but that's Saint Chapelle.
Oh, I painted that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. It's hanging at a friend's house in Virginia. Well, she's not in Virginia anymore. She's in North Carolina now. But I painted the bridge over the canal.
Okay.
There you go. There's your confirmation.
Yep.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
That's fabulous. Yeah, that's fabulous. Wow.
Thank you for getting that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it just confirms that the message was correct for you and Aley.
Yeah. Definitely.
Now, I know you said the chapel was Saint Chapelle. Is that what you said? Saint Chapelle? But is that anywhere near Chartres Cathedral? No. Okay. I just wondered. I know they have a labyrinth on the floor of that cathedral. I've always wanted to go there and walk it. Yeah. Okay.
Now, the design as well is very similar to the three rings: pre-life, life, and afterlife.
Okay.
Spiral.
Cool.
Is that a derivative of the flower of life?
Yes.
That used to hang over doorways and back in
it's
and whatnot.
It comes from pagan times. It's the Druids used it, but it came obviously into the church as well, because they pinched all the best bits. But yeah, that's what it is. It's the circle of life.
Yeah. I wonder what this has to do about the Lady of the Lake and the Lady of the Rose, too. Kind of getting a hit on that.
Nimue?
Yeah.
The Lady of the Lake, Imwe. She's
Yeah.
Merlin's daughter. Merlin's her father, I mean.
Yeah. Merlin's her father.
There's also the Lady of the Rose. And I'm wondering if there's a connection. Well, of course there's a connection there. It's the divine feminine, right?
Yeah.
But
isn't there a Sisterhood of the Rose as well, Terry?
yeah, Sisterhood of the Rose, Lady of the Rose group. There's a lot of groups that worship Mary in a way that's not religious necessarily or connected to a religion. Yeah.
Yeah. All along the walls, they have all these statues. You know, and when the angels, when the nuns left, the angels hid behind each statue and were peeking out. And I'm going, I see you.
I wish I could see like you. Honestly, that's so cool. Yeah.
It was. Nobody was talking. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. It's you were in awe. Yeah.
Even the people below. Were nobody made a sound.
Nobody. Okay. Well. So Annie says priestess energies. We were there together. Remember when we protected the planet? We hit ourselves in time. I love that.
You walked into a different dimension. I feel like that's part of this blue light too, that we're walking into manifesting and walking into. If you see something and you want something, you just kind of, I was thinking about this today, you just kind of walk into it with your energy.
Okay. Wow.
That
must be why my husband told me to buy a new car today.
Hello.
I don't know that I will, but that's what he wanted me to do. Oh, wow. Wow. That's amazing. But yeah, your pictures are very like hooded people. They're usually hooded. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
very sect.
Yes.
You know?
Sectarian.
Gothic.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Like Carrie, weren't you mentioning it this morning when the monks start singing together, whether they're the Buddhists and then they start rocking, but when they're like the friars, the Benedictines or whatever, they do basically the same thing. They just don't make as much movement.
Yeah.
Because, you know, as a recovering Catholic, there's a little more rigidity there.
Hello. Also, sometimes when I have visions of beings, if they're light beings, they have to wear a hood so that we can see them. Because our even in vision, sometimes for me anyway, my eyes have a hard time just seeing light. It has to be a form for my brain to connect still.
You know, that makes perfect sense as to why they show up in my dreams like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Carolyn, when you see ghostly appearance, is it a full? Is it just the outline, or do you actually see like a full person's face, or what do you see?
Sometimes it's a full solid person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just here.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. You know it.
I get it.
And it can be anywhere in between. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like it when I ran into Henry VIII, full body.
I don't blame you. He must have looked like a bulldozer. Oh my goodness.
No, he was young and good looking then.
Oh, he was then. Okay.
But I knew it was him. Yeah. But and when I saw Catherine Howard running down the haunted gallery, she was solid.
Oh.
And banging on the door, she was solid. When I go to the tower, I feel like it's home.
Oh.
Everybody else is frightened by it, but to me, I'm home.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good
Yeah.
for you.
Interesting. If something happens to me during the winter, and I just feel as if I'm home. So, like, where was I? Where cold and snow is what I think that I was a Laplander coming off of the steps at the creation of Earth, creation of man. Right. But it's like I sink into it and I'm perfectly satisfied with it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Permission to stand still. And you can't, it's cold. You got to keep moving. Especially back then, there wasn't central heat.
Yeah. That's very cool.
I was telling Annie before the show, she had sent that music video of Stevie Nicks, and I had Tom Petty, after he passed, I had him walk through our dining room, and he was full apparition.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they show up full, you're like, now wait a minute.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, today, while you got the Sisters of the Mystical Tarot were on, and Marina said, "Don't eat the yellow snow." Here comes Frank Zappa, bigger than life, whole body right in front of me singing, "Oh no, don't you go where the Huskies go. Don't
Oh, that's
by
funny.
Zappa Crappa.
Wow. I'd be afraid that Tom Petty would be dancing with Last Dance with Marianne in my living room.
He can have his last dance with me anytime. I was in a secret relationship with him. It was so secret, even he didn't know about it.
Him and I were shamans in another life, and so that's where that bond.
Okay, so that's awesome. Wow. That's awesome. Well, Annie says she had a doozy deep dive today. Would appreciate a read on it if that's possible. All right. Yeah. So this is a real thing that happened, though, Annie. Am I right? Yeah. Maybe part of what you were talking about with your husband. Perhaps. I don't know. I'll let the psychics do their thing. How about that?
Personal thing.
More info?
I get your heart chakra was really opened up today, Annie. That it opened and expanded, and it not only did it open, this is going to increase your vibration, and I know you're going through an ascension process, but sometimes those conversations and whatnot that we have to have, it is to open up one of our chakras and to do healing. Because I got wellness too, that was healing. It was healing for you, and that to let joy in. And I also got that you two need to go on a road trip.
That you speak in my language now. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Good. Terry?
So I'm getting the number 8. And it starts out small and it keeps expanding and expanding and expanding, the infinity sign. Mm-hmm. So it's but in the end it turns out like a butterfly. So this is growth, but also don't be afraid of incremental growth, and don't be afraid to let it settle in a bit and expand and expand and expand, because you don't want to go, because you can, a few brain cells will go if you get too big of a heart chakra opening or a kundalini opening. It's like,
yeah, that's true. You have to be careful.
Yeah. But not to worry about it, but just to be gentle with yourself. Also, when this happens, they're saying fly like a butterfly. So, who is that? Is that Lenny Kravitz? Who is that?
No, Muhammad
Ali.
Oh, yeah.
It's someone sting like a bee. Yeah. Yeah.
Float like a butterfly. Sting like a bee.
Yep.
That's it. Because
Cassius Clay.
yeah,
Yep.
And he was a poet, Annie.
Mhm.
and he transformed everything, didn't he? He went into
Yes.
Muslim religion and changed
He did.
changed the
his name.
world.
Yeah.
Not just
Yep.
his name, but the world and the way that people looked at Muslims and
Muslims. Yep.
Muslims and the conscientious objector rule.
And
Yeah,
actually,
All of that because of that.
and then Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sort of picked that up later. Remember, he
Yeah.
went from Lou Alcindor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And Cat Stevens changed his name.
True.
Right?
Oh,
To his back to his father's what he was named as.
Yeah. It became more acceptable. I think that's what. Yeah.
I love Cat Stevens.
So I'm getting also that this is, especially from the way you just explained what you're getting, Terry and Callie, it is part of this blue wave. We've had 3 waves this year, but there was the first was in 2017, then there was one in 2021, and then this year there were 3 increments. We just passed the 3rd one on the 25th. So we were talking a little earlier. It's like nothing is closing. This infinity, this take it easy. Don't, if your body says stop, then stop. Because the circular track gets to a point where it's downhill. And then when it's uphill, you go slower. Downhill, uphill. So you stamina to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, y'all know that the junk I've been going through physically, and I believe that this is attached to it. And today, because I missed my morning meditation, I meditated earlier, and I was just like getting lower and lower and lower. And when I got done with the meditation, there's no pain. I haven't been in pain since 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Wow. That's awesome.
I think that was a part of your ascension too, Diana.
Right. And I think that's what we're all going through and experiencing.
Yeah.
Especially when there's things that just come at us out of the blue. You know, like no twinges leading up to it, just hits you like, oh,
kaboom.
Yeah, all the hammers of Thor that are in the sky, which we're out from underneath those right now. There's nothing in Scorpio, but get ready because Venus is going to go into Scorpio on December 5th or 6th, something like that.
Okay. So I pulled a card, and then I'm going to let Carolyn and Peter say what they'd like to say. But I get that you're just creating, and you are, Annie. You're so busy creating, it's like you don't have enough hours in the day to create all the things that you want to create. And it's just, it's flowing for you. So enjoy it, my dear. Yeah, that's what I get. Yep. All right. Carolyn, Peter, any thoughts?
I agree. You know, take it easy when your body says, whoa, time out. Take time out. And you can use that to meditate. Relax your body. Listen to Terry's program.
Yes. Yes.
Annie writes that program when she comes in. Her chat. Annie, I'm sending you the lyrics to Lenny Kravitz right now. Sorry.
But
which one? American Woman.
Butterfly.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
go.
She follows up with asking, does one have to know a signal to open a door? I did one today on a walk. Arms sweep down in arcs.
Oh, you're getting that. Those are your downloads coming. Those are your signals. That's you know what it is when you receive it and you do it and it happens. No need to ask. Go with your gut. You are absolutely right. That's what it is.
Yep.
Open the door.
Apologies there. We're having to sort out the 2 small dogs. Chihuahua and their Arteria. Take it out of the room. Come on.
Yeah, mine are at my feet. Like,
So I'm
I
going
don't have
to
any food.
I'm going to move into Christine's question, and then I'll come back to yours, Katie. But this is awesome because apparently Christine was looking for a house in Virginia, and she entered in one, and she knew something wasn't right. And I know that a woman was in the house, and I asked if someone passed away. The house had a fun house feel. I feel she killed herself, and I believe it was on a battlefield, a Civil War battlefield. And
Oh,
so, yeah.
were you looking at my house?
Well, you know that the bookers also live in Virginia, but they usually don't like to go out to the battlefields. But if this,
Oh, but
it could be
they're
a
all
house,
around
right?
here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no choice. My backyard was
Uh-huh.
part of the
Right.
battlefield.
Well, I was going to say, if you build a house over a battlefield, you have no choice either, I guess. There's still spirits walking, right?
Oh yeah.
And it can be miles from the battlefield as well.
Well, in the paranormal, there is called a funhouse effect.
Okay. And that would mean that you feel like you're just seeing.
You're like on stairs that do this, you
The
know,
floor's uneven,
the floor is
Mirror.
uneven.
unbalanced, everything's going round.
Yeah, and
Dizzy.
mirrors look,
Yes.
strange, and it's all
Uh-huh.
funhouse.
Okay.
This woman had lost her love in the battle,
Okay.
and she didn't shoot herself. She took poison,
Oh. Okay.
but somebody has to connect them, her and her love, and she'll go,
Mm-hmm.
just,
Then she can
Talk
go
to her.
to be with him. Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
to her,
Mm-hmm.
and, say, he's waiting for you.
Uh-huh.
His name was Robert.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. Of course, if she was just looking for a house, there's no way she'd know, that it probably hasn't gone back there. But whoever's living in there better do it.
Yeah,
Yeah. She's going to be a very restless spirit for sure.
yeah. Robert's just waiting for her.
Yeah. Wow. That's so
Talking
sad.
about Civil War appearances here in Williamsburg, there was a battle in 1862. I was coming down one of the local roads here back home about sunset one evening, and the sunset was behind me, illuminating into the trees, and it was beautiful. And as I drove along, not only in my mind's eye but physically, I saw a whole line of Union skirmishers going into the trees, and it was like in Technicolor. It was vivid.
Uh-huh.
Well, it only lasted a few seconds, and they were spaced about 15, 20 feet apart, because obviously it wasn't sensible to gang together, and they were just moving through the trees. And I mentioned it when I got back to Carol, and she said, "Yeah, that's exactly what you saw." And she even gave me the name of the soldier who was trying to connect.
Wow.
Yeah. His name was Lawrence. I can't remember what unit it was from now, but Carol never remembers these things, and I often have to write things down because she'll just
sure. But she's in an altered state. Yeah. It's
Well,
understandable.
and plus I have to download. There's so much that comes.
Sure.
That I have to download to make room for more. Come.
For all those passwords for all your accounts that you have,
I have to remember those.
We'll talk about
I
that.
get
But it was vivid, and every time I come down that road, I want to see it again, but of course I never have.
Yeah.
The conditions were right.
Yeah.
Right?
The conditions were right.
But
We drove by one.
Yeah, we're out in the countryside in the middle of nowhere. And it was late at night. We were coming home, and Carol, she said, "They're out a bit late." And I said, "What's that?" She said, "Well, did you not see those reenactors just down the road there?" There was nobody there. She'd
Right.
seen a handful of Confederate soldiers just walking along the side of the road.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't see
So,
them. Love to.
you know, there is a cosmic connection with the stars and the sun and the moon and the planets above, as well as the ley lines that we're standing on, because they're under there and in multitudes that we don't even know about, right?
Mhm.
And if you can think back to the day that you had that first vision, and that every time you go down the road you want to see that again, maybe you can kind of bend time yourself and do it on the same date, or you know, so that you have that same cosmic atmosphere
Uh-huh.
creating the magnetic pull to the as below so above, because we know time is not linear. It is an orb and it is always present.
That's true. I'm wondering too if you have a date that's like an anniversary date, if that couldn't also show up, you know?
Yeah, it was probably the anniversary of this young man's death, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Annie, we'll ask everybody. Does Kelly's hair grow 6 inches in 2 weeks?
It does look so pretty tonight. Well, it does.
It's actually a Chatty Cathy doll.
Oh, there you go.
Whose
That's
hair
right.
you could
No,
pull
was it?
out, remember?
Well, you pull the hair out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Rapunzel.
Mine won't grow
Nobody's
2
pulled
inches
her
next
string
year.
lately, though, so she's quiet today.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Hi, Samantha. It's good to see you. Hi, Landon. All right. So I got colorful foresight. I'm gonna bring up your post, but I'm gonna do Katie's first because she was here first, and so thank you so much, Christine. I hope that did help. I think you already knew the answer because you felt that it was that you told the realtor to cleanse the house, and so yeah, that was a great thing to tell the realtor's going, yeah, right. But you know, I was looking for a house, and I saw a listing online, and in the listing was the picture of the living room with an empty floor, and kneeling on the floor was a white glowing body. It was like
Wow.
kneeling, praying. And it was a house they were trying to sell. And I kept it for the longest time because I really believed that I was seeing something that was a spirit, you know?
You know, living in Chantilly, being in the
Mhm.
battlefield of both the Revolutionary and the Civil War,
Hmm.
the realtors around there gave house cleansing kits to people.
Oh, sure.
Not saying everybody did it, but I knew
Mhm.
a couple of them who did that.
I've seen
Yeah.
real estate signs that have that little board above it says haunted.
Oh, it does. Yeah.
St. Joseph buried here.
Yes. Oh, well,
Always.
that's to sell your house. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Always.
Go looking for them.
All right. So Katie says the mall has a skating rink, and she's in DC, and recently ran into Paul McCartney. Amy, Earth Spirit, thinks Paul might be linked to my family because he wanted to meet my father, who has passed. And this was after my uncle died, before I got checked for my respiratory infection I'm now home with.
So, Paul McCartney was in real life in DC or in your dream?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Was it in your dream, Katie? I don't know. I'm guessing. Let us know.
And was it a week ago?
Possibly.
Because I dreamt of Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr.
Oh.
Oh,
And they're both, those two are alive, right? Still.
Yeah.
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 And
Okay.
we were in a bowling alley.
Wow.
Of course you were. I love it.
And
Wow.
we were just sitting there talking in a booth. And,
Uh-huh.
you know, and I woke up and I went, uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Similar, yeah.
All right, Katie. So I'm waiting to see if that was a dream. Was that a dream? Hi, Teresa
She-
Baltazar.
Her dream, she says, ready to meet my dad who is dead.
Okay.
I think it was a dream.
All right.
A couple
Oh,
of
you're
days
in
ago.
Oregon. Why did I think you were in D.C.? Oh, it was a couple days ago, she says. It was a couple of days ago, Carolyn, that she had
Oh,
this.
okay. Were they in a bowling alley?
Skating rink.
Oh, a skating rink. Oh, we were at a bowling alley. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah, but I was with those two, and I thought, when I woke up, I thought, they're the only two alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not dreaming about the Beatles. I'm dreaming
Right.
about the two that are left. So whether they're in mourning for the other two,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Recent release of the new song.
The new song.
That's a bring back to that.
That's right. That energy is very interesting right now. It's bringing back a lot, I think. I watched a show on Prime last night. May Pang was
May Pang, yeah.
yeah. It's a documentary with May Pang and her relationship with John, and Julian
Yeah.
was in it. Yeah, it
I
was
saw
very
it.
good. You did, okay.
It was
Yeah.
very good.
Hmm.
Everybody says it was a weekend. Wasn't.
That's right. No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't want Kelly and Terry. I want you to be able to talk. I
Okay.
don't want. Yeah.
I feel like Paul McCartney would be an aspect of yourself. Try this on for size. It could be an aspect of yourself who's very harmonious, very popular, a part of yourself that you love dearly and that gets along with everyone. And that you're at a rolling or a skating rink would be balance and be in the flow. So you're going through this harmonious aspect with yourself. You're in the flow, and you have a history here with your father and your uncle. Past life history, perhaps, but this is something that you've done. Being in this flow and having this balance. Try that. See if that works.
Okay. Kelly, you getting anything?
I keep getting that Paul and her dad were cousins in another life, and the shopping mall. I keep getting abundance, and so and so I don't know if it has to do with your dad and Paul McCartney, or if it's something that you're manifesting and working on, because when you think about going to the mall, it's like there's everything there. And so and with you continuing to dream this, I just think that that there's a form of abundance that is working its way into your life, and maybe you're not, maybe you're manifesting, maybe you're not, but I keep feeling abundance. I keep hearing abundance and prosperity. But as far as your dad and Paul McCartney, I kept hearing cousins.
And that brings up a good point, because that manifesting and going in a circle always, and creating that circle of energy, that vortex, or it's always cyclical, isn't it?
It is. Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Any other hits from anybody?
Well, it says
Beatles fan.
Was a Beatles fan, so that brings back memories also.
Yes, that's true
for her.
It's like they've been resurrected in a way, right? Cut back from the dead, so to speak. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
The moth factor also is giving me that there's choices to be made.
Okay.
You have this wide selection, many paths are opening up, and you can pick and choose what it is you want.
Oh,
to change your life, not just, the victim versus procreator.
mm-hmm. I got the synchronicity card. Enough said.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I want to move into colorful foresight here. Sylvia says, I was 16 years old, sleeping at a friend's house. They had this shoulder to the head statue of Mother Mary. I never thought anything of it. One night I was sleeping over and I slept in the living room. That statue was coming alive, glowing in the dark. I took it a while, imagination. And she says, 25 years later, my friend shared how that statue had been known to come alive.
Ooh.
I got goosebumps.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh?
They do.
They do? Really?
They can cry.
Yeah.
Tears. They have tears rolling down their cheeks. They glow.
Yep. I've seen St. Joseph come to life at St. Timothy's in Chantilly.
Wow. Wow.
I have a big Mary of the Rose in my other room now because I couldn't keep her in my bedroom. She had too much energy.
Oh, my. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy, Sai Baba, I believe, who was an Indian mystic, and he was known to, he was a person, but he was known to cry gold flecks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Here, colorful foresight.
Mary of Guadalupe.
Yes.
oh, yes.
Love that.
Okay.
I burned her too.
Uh-huh.
Just to protect us.
Well, I think that you witnessed a miracle in a way. What do you got, honey? A little Mary?
Guadalupe.
Guadalupe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Guadalupe. Yeah.
I have her on my altar right behind me.
Yeah.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
Our
in
Lady
my
of Guadalupe, not the Mary of the Rose, because she's.
St. Teresa's in the kitchen.
Uh-huh. Wow-wee. Amazing. Well, I got one more here. Katie says her first time experience with the funhouse effect was at Independence Hall. Lots of grumpy men groaning over one of them not shutting up. Hancock was rage quitting. You can't tell me no. That's why his signature was so darn big. He was just all about being bold and big. Yes.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
George will be able to read this one.
Yeah. Did you know that Jefferson made sure there was a spot left open for someone else to sign?
Oh, no.
No,
Really?
because it was his teacher, George Wythe.
Oh.
He had nothing to do with writing it, or the concept of it or anything. But Jefferson respected him so much, and they were so close that he said, I want you to sign it. Because he learned so much from
He learned so much from his
I
teacher.
used to clean his house and pick up artifacts all the time in my hand. I'm like, Jefferson touched that. Ah.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Carolyn.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It is.
I went, well, he didn't have anything to do with it. And then I thought, okay. I know why. He was his teacher.
He was his teacher. Well, people did revere their teachers.
Yeah,
Yes,
he did.
absolutely. Yeah. Yes, they did.
So was that a time slip that was being witnessed there before in Independence Hall?
It must have been, huh? Yeah. Or the energy is so powerful there from all of those men that were together that they just haven't really gone away, But yeah, wouldn't
You
that be?
won't let go.
No.
Oh, sure. He said, I'm important here, I think they should all show up at the Capitol. What do you think? And let them scare the poop out of some of those Republican men that are.
And I'll bring my 10th grade aunt.
Okay.
We'll take care of them.
We'll take care of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, they must have been there in 16 because it was the biggest crowd ever. So.
Oh, that's very true. Yeah, all those folks came back.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. You had where I was in the living room at my house a few years ago. I kept smelling roses, and then I found out that my sister at another time was smelling roses in the same corner. It hasn't happened since. Wow.
That was the sign from
Mary?
an ancestor.
An ancestor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm feeling like a grandma, aren't you,
Yeah.
Carolyn? Yeah.
Who grew flowers, or that was her favorite flower,
Mm-hmm.
or
Yeah.
her name may have been Rose.
Mhm.
Well,
Maybe.
and
Yep.
I'm getting that it hasn't happened since because she's come back.
Oh, reincarnated.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love that.
Book says I have a brass statue of Saint Clair of Assisi, the patron
Oh.
saint of television and computers, the saint of tech. I never heard of Saint
Cool.
Clair. What?
Well,
Yeah.
she started the order, the
Oh.
Clares of the Little Poor. She was
Oh,
Francis of Assisi's cohort.
Oh, Sisters of the Poor?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think, don't quote me, but I think that they were paramours before he gave up all of his riches and became
Oh.
the hermit that he was and started his cloister. And then
Oh.
she started the nun side of it to go with it.
But they didn't have technology then.
No, but she was pretty smart. They did.
Unless
You
she time jumped.
They believed in the
Hey,
aliens.
Aley, nothing's
Nobody
new,
got
you know.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Yeah, the founding fathers, Katie. Yes. Uh-huh. Oh, Wiki has smelled beer in her car and you don't drink. Well, Wiki, I have an old boss who was a gin-aholic, and he also ate garlic at lunch. And he used to slurp his gin down and go like this. And my friend and I, we both worked for him. And we were in the car driving somewhere when I went up to visit her, and all of a sudden the stench of garlic and the smell of gin, and we hadn't drank anything. And we're like, Hank, he was glad we were together, I guess. Yeah.
Making sure you were working.
And he used to do that. He did. He used to say, "Oh, you girls, you're just a bunch of losers." I mean, he was kidding, but
Yeah.
I said, "Why aren't you at work?" Yeah, yeah. So that he was doing that again. Yeah, you're
Take
right.
off.
That's cool.
So why aren't you at work?
Right?
Right. Yes. Yep. Oh,
That's a specific smell.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Garlic.
Get that.
Gin and garlic.
I know. It's, whew.
Want to make sure no
Did
vampires.
he just eat the clove of garlic to think
We
because he
we
thought it
had
was
to
mad?
put down the windows. It was that strong, and neither of us had it. Yeah.
That's so
Yeah.
funny.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a lot.
Yeah.
No vampire hitchhikers. Okay.
No. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't know. I think the more you're open to those things, the more you can realize that,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that will happen. And I don't think she and I realized we could ever manifest something like that, you know, that he would come and visit us. It was
Oh, so Aley, he was definitely there in
oh,
spirit.
definitely with spirits.
With his spirit.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. And Wiki, I'm pretty sure it was your dad. I bet you were, because she says that she had a smell in what was it? She smelled beer, the beer in her cars, and she doesn't drink. So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
That's cool too.
Papa, check him in.
Yeah.
Checking in there. Well, my dad was cherry blend, and I've
Yeah,
smelled
mine
it
too.
many times. Yeah, I've smelled it.
Nice.
Mine too, and I still get it. It'll still wet.
Yep.
He's
It
been
always
gone.
makes me feel really special and safe.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I had my cousin that passed away, and she was just a few years older than me, and so we were more like best friends than, I mean, obviously family too, but she smoked a lot, and shortly after she died, I would find cigarettes laying on. Well, I opened the patio door one day, and there's no way there could have been a cigarette in there because the patio door was closed. And I opened it, and there was a cigarette laying there, and then constantly smelling cigarette smoke. So,
and the staleness of it. Yeah.
Wow.
So you can talk to me. You don't have to leave me those gifts.
right, exactly.
My husband leaves little pieces of black fabric around here and there.
Love that.
That's cool.
Do you know why?
Just to say hi, I'm around, I think.
But I mean, the symbolism of it doesn't have anything to do with anything that you recognize. You just know it's him.
Oh, I know it's him. Yeah.
You know it's him.
I just know it's him. Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
I love that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm getting it's. Did you have a dog that used to shred toys?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Are you kidding me?
I'm getting that. That's why he's leaving these little pieces.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, once you put that chair back, everything's going to be fine. But until that happens,
Yeah, I missed the chair. I think we all missed the chair.
That little girl up there is his princess.
so she can have the chair. Okay.
Oh, honey, yeah, we went to parent-teacher conference, and one of their teachers said, there is no job called princess that she can apply for later on.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my God, that's great. Katie says her dad bugs me in the Tarot and asks me to clean his urn. Oh, that's so awesome. So
That is hilarious.
Goodness sakes. It's been quite the evening here. Thank you so much, everybody,
Thank you
for being here. Make sure that we will be back next week. If we can get to rest tonight, hopefully. We're going to have Kelly actually lead us out with something. So we'll let her do that. But please bring your dreams, your visions, and or your appearances to us on Wednesday nights here. We look forward to enjoying exchanging all these beautiful things. So we will end with Kelly, who wants us all to get a good night's sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ginny. Hi, Hilda. Go right ahead, Kelly.
Alrighty. So as this day is coming to an end, to help us all relax and clear our minds and let go of all of our burdens and worries and the stress, may peace fill our bodies and our dreams tonight as we sleep. May any healing be done as we sleep tonight. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So it is. Amen.
So
Thank you. Yeah. So we will try to sleep tonight, all of us. And Donald, Doc, brother, leave her alone. Leave her alone. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
He was funny in that cowboy outfit. The hat, the phony mustache, his guns. I said, okay, Doc Holliday, what do you want? You're not fooling me this time.
It's so funny because you knew it. I told you his name was Donald. My father's name was Donald. He comes through as Doc, and that was his nickname. So he came through like Doc Holliday, so he could get her to see that he was Doc. That just blew my mind. So
that's awesome.
I know. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Thank you, Carolyn and Peter. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Diana. And thank you to everybody. Hi, Cardamancy Mesquite. It's good to see you, Angela. Hi, Seascape.
Angela.
Yeah, we're all glad to see you. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're checking out. So sleep well, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Dreams.
Yeah. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.